creating this other hoodie. I think I ran it past Rob. I was like, she loves the beard stroke, and like let people's minds go wherever it goes with that, right? The beard stroke is this the beard stroke. Y'all can't see it on the podcast, but
Oh, they can.
Oh.
We have another guest on the show today, and before I tell you who it is, let me go ahead and introduce him with his bio. He's originally from Oceanside, California, and a proud transplant from the Bronx, New York to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Affectionately calls himself a Cali Yorka soda native. As a visionary founder and CEO of Bowtie Billionaire brand, Kenneth has been instrumental in shaping the company's trajectory since the inception in 2013 and official launch in 2016. Under his leadership, Bowtie Billionaire has emerged as a premier men's personal care grooming brand in the Twin Cities, earning accolades from numerous local and national media outlets, including primetime news syndicates, national podcasts, and Rolling Out magazine. In addition to his entrepreneurial pursuits, he finds fulfillment in fatherhood, cherishing moments with his inquisitive 5-year-old son, Nolan, balancing the demands of running a successful business with the joys of parenthood. He optimizes the modern-day Renaissance man, seamlessly navigating multiple roles with grace and determination as he expands his ventures into real estate and electrical transportation. His commitment to excellence and innovation remains unwavering, inspiring others to pursue their passions and redefine the boundaries of success. Welcome to the podcast, Kenneth Scales.
Wagwan. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Shout out to my publicist, ChatGPT.
I was gonna say, I was about to say to him, I was like, "Did you just discover GPT-4, Rob? Like, what's going on, man?"
When I read that, I was like, "Man, he said that kind of quick."
Yeah.
I'm like exquisite.
Exquisite. Yeah. Like, that's not my word. Come on now.
Hey,
It is now.
It is now.
It is now.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So let's get started on how you actually came into the beard oil. Let's start from the beginning. Let's just tell us a little bit more about yourself that Chat didn't tell us.
All right. So, of course, I'm a father, and I take that dearly. And I'm always, in life, fatherhood it's a gift. It's a gift that we come across, right? And so becoming a father, that really, because I started a business before I became a father, but for me, it's gives the opportunity to give something back to not only my community, but for my child, right? And I tell all my friends, going into this year, I said this year, like last year was about, traveling and, and taking that break that we need. But this year I said it's all about building generational wealth and like, how do you do that, right? And so looking at my current business right now, my current structure, current business model, I'm like, okay, I need to diversify. What is diversify looking like? And when I got into the beard hair care business, there was not many Black folks in the industry. Like as I did research on beard oils and what can I use for my own personal care products, as I Google, I went on the different Amazons and I didn't see anybody that looked like me in the advertisements. And so that pricked me, like inside of my soul. I'm like, I could write a full page essay. This is before ChatGPT. ChatGPT would be like, hello, just squeeze it out. I might, but I was like, I could write an email and say, hey, why don't y'all put more Black folks in your advertisements? Why don't y'all, I don't know if this product would work for me. And so I said, instead of doing all of that, well, how hard would it be for me to open up my own company? So as I did research with those same companies and Amazon's, like, what's the market like? What is the landscape here in the Twin Cities like? And I didn't really see too many examples. Like I seen a few national examples and I'm like, I think this is doable, but what would make it doable? I'm like, well, the products that I see right now on the market, they seem pretty bland. They seem like, oh, you got the peppermint one, but there's no flavor behind it. There's no culture behind it. I was like, I could bring a culture behind this whole beard care brand, right? And I'm like, well, how hard is it to make? So I had to go mix up in the kitchen. whip it in the kitchen, whatever Rick Ross said.
I don't think he's talking about beard cream, but
Right, we gotta whip it. You gotta whip it up. Whip.
It's a different type of cream.
Right,
but I mean, isn't there a certain level of science that goes into understanding, especially with the different hair textures and everything else, what is actually required to make it work?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say like anybody could like make it, right? Anybody could figure out what two ingredients to put together and put some sense to it and put out on the shelves. And a lot of products right now on the market, it's watered down, right? They have to figure out how to mass produce it. So it's not. So when we call it in some industries, when you have to cut the bricks down.
I don't know what industry you're talking about, man.
Right, you back in the kitchen. When you have to cut everything down just to save a little dollar, what's unique about my brand and my business, like we don't cut none of the products, right? And so if we do cut any of our products, it's cutting with other natural ingredients. And instead of like, we don't put any chemicals in our stuff. And so that where's the science comes in at. Like when you hear these big manufacturers, they have to figure out how to preserve the shelf life on the products or how to make sure the product does a certain thing. They put a lot of science and engineering into all that, but it's really simple, right? It's that part is difficult, but like when you put together a product, it's simple. It's simple, but it takes a lot of trial and error, and I did a lot of trial and error. My first product, when I first launched it, it was watery. I'm like, why is it so watery? Right? It was what's the name of that oil? Almond oil. It was just almond oil. Oh, watery. Then I said, you know what? Okay, too watery. Well, let me try a castor oil. How do I come up with castor oil? My grandmother said back when in her day, they used to use castor oil for their hair. They used to use castor oil for everything. They used to like inject castor oil for, just for their own health.
I think isn't that like a wives' tale? You drink castor oil if you need to go into labor.
Yeah.
If you're past your
that
due
baby
date.
would slip right on out.
When you were sick, we see my parents used to warm castor oil up on the stove and cut an apple when you were sick.
Yeah.
So you take a teaspoon of castor oil with the apple. Ooh.
And it's nasty. My grandma, she did. We had to eat an orange and some cod liver oil. I'm like, cod liver oil, like it was nasty, but we got back into good health. With some ginger ale.
Cod liver? You had to find a fish's liver?
A fish's liver, the oil from the fish liver, and if look, I'm still here, look strong. Only tall. It only stunted my growth just a little bit. Yeah, but even with the science behind it, and the second generation of my products, it was too thick because the castor oil is very thick. So I'm like, well, how about you do almond oil, castor oil, or another loose oil? Put those things together, and then we'll see what you get. And then as I start using the product, I start passing it on to my friends, and I'm seeing their beards starting to grow and maintain a healthy growth. And then the pandemic, I decided to. I was like, I'm gonna go without my product for like a day, like a week. Let me see how long I can go out with it. It took me like 2 days for my beard to just get like old and crushed up and like, falling apart. I'm like, I got to use these products. Like my beard is addicted to these products, right? And so we got to make sure that we keep our hair.
You get your beard hooked and then
it's hooked. It's hooked. It's hooked all the time.
Back to the kitchen again.
Back to the kitchen. And the reason why I always have that reference, like back to the kitchen, because early on, like I remember when I lived in New York, I had a cousin and he drove in a Mercedes Benz and suited and booted. And I think he worked like as a lawyer. And I had to make a decision at that time. I think I was like 13. I said, do I want to be this guy suited and booted, or do I want to be a drug dealer? Right? Like which person, what's the dichotomy? Who do I want to be? And I was like, I want to be this guy right here. I want to be the guy that wears a suit, that, goes to his job at the time. And I wanted to be like, he was like an image of what I thought was a black man, like doing his thing. And then I had friends that was, picked the other lifestyle. And so during the pandemic, of course, we have all of these different shows, Narcos and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing the same thing they're doing, but I have a different product in my hand. And like, how do they become successful? When they have their corner boys, what will be my corner boys? Right? Like, how do you get people to sell your product, resell your product? And how do you get it out there? Right? How do you cut the middleman out and go straight to the supplier? I was like, I am the supplier. So I always look at that and like and have jokes and fun with it, and I always try to figure out like how do I then inspire the drug dealer to be like, you know what, I don't want to sell drugs, but how about I can sell something, pick up a product and sell. They're on the right track, we're on the wrong train. I heard a pimp say that, but
I didn't know we had El Chapo at a beer game.
El Chapo at the beer game. There you go.
You are on the right track.
Yes.
Because what I tell the kids in juvenile detention center, and I tell a lot of people, is like, you keep the same hustle, just switch the product.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Keep that same mindset, that same hustle. just switch the product.
That's facts. That is all facts right there. And it's like, inspiring the next generation. Like a lot of kids, they say, oh, I want to be a football player, basketball player. That's great, right? What's your backup plan? But I'm also showing a different side that if you are interested into health and beauty markets and the health and beauty industry, I didn't know nothing about it. I just did a little research on it. And as I'm still going year by year, day by day, I'm learning a lot more, about the industry, about just how the industry has evolved from even when I first got in the game of the beard care business to where it is at currently right now. So when I went back to school for business entrepreneurship, I had to do research about what's the market share of the beard care industry, of the men's personal care products. And I remember I did a pop-up shop with Target Corporation. And there was a gentleman that was walking around, and I knew him from, in community. And he was really focused around getting apparel into Target. And so he's came up to the table, and at the time, I had bow ties on the table because Bowtie Billionaire, that's what we look like. And then I had the beard care products. And he said, tell me about the bow ties. And I was like, I get them shipped in, and, I design them, get them shipped in overseas. He's like, okay. He said, but tell me about the beard care products. I said, this is a product. This is my baby. We mix it up in the kitchen, and we figured out how to create this product, and we have it on market right now. And he said to me, he's like, huh. He said, so nobody else makes it for you? I was like, yeah, I manufacture it myself. He said, focus on this. He said, when we look at in the industry, anybody could put their label on a shirt and then sell it. He said, we do that all the time. But he said, not too many people are doing beard care industry or focus on men's personal care products. He said, focus on that. And so that was another page, in the business that I know that I'm on the right track with this business, right?
It's funny because nobody realizes how much product is just like a white label of somebody else's product.
Yeah. I thought Rick Ross was over here, he got his own beard care, rich hair care. I'm like, that's dope. But I'm like, he's not in the back.
It's like you got your boy Soldier Boy just putting Soldier at the beginning of everything. He's like, this is my new Soldier Boy video game system. It's just like a Nintendo Switch, and he scratched off the Nintendo logo.
That's funny. That is funny.
You know what I mean?
It's marketing, though. It's marketing,
Yeah.
I would love to get to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is great. I got my name on it. That's cool. And then, blast it out to the masses. But I have such a passion about, keeping the quality, and I don't want to lose the quality of it,
Yeah. I mean, you can do it. You just got to slowly figure out how to scale it at that quality that you want. So one thing I know about the beauty industry, and I figured this out, because my wife is a cosmetologist, is that it's recession proof, man. It's a recession proof industry. And the reason for that is because even when we're broke, we still want to look good, right? It's the same as fitness industry. Fitness industry is recession proof as well. Other pieces, you mentioned, people don't realize how unsaturated it really is because you feel like it's so saturated. I was talking to one of the founders at Anytime Fitness in the fitness industry. I said, what made you decide to start a gym given how saturated it is? This is a long time ago I was talking to him. It's probably 10 or 15 years ago now, even though I still know this guy. He's a good dude. But he said, only 9% of the population has ever had a gym membership in their life. And I was like, what? Like ever? He's like, yeah, only 9 at this time. He's like, only 9% of the population has ever had a gym membership. He's like, it's not saturated. You just think it's saturated because you're a gym goer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And health and beauty is the same way you look at it, right? Because it kind of goes hand in hand with fitness, right? You're taking care of yourself, So it seems like it's saturated, but it ain't.
That's
Look
right.
good, feel good.
There's a big piece of the pie still out there for you.
That's real, especially for African American owned, Black owned, beard care or just personal care industry products. And so, even when I look at organizations or conglomerates like Target, where they're doing a lot more investment into African American Black business owners, and so when you go through the health and beauty aisle, you see pictures up hey, we support. But then when you see these folks on the Target shelves, you got to know that they also represent a lot masses of folks who also probably create their own products or that's in different industries, and so I'm into disrupting markets, so I didn't know anybody here in the Twin Cities that was even focusing on it. Maybe they were, but I didn't hear nothing about it. And so when I became into, in business, and then next thing I know, maybe a year later, then you have social media that jumps on it, got Beard Game Matters. And then you got men that really feels good about themselves, about posting pictures of themselves and them smiling and them doing crazy stuff with their beards. And, and that was something in the industry that I did not expect. I didn't expect Beard Game Matters to be blow up like that. And in turn, that created more conversation about, who in the Twin Cities does beards? Who does this? And so that opened the doors. And so even when I've been in business for the past 8 years, I've heard of many other black business owners that wants to jump into the men care industry, and I'm all open like ears. Like, what do you need to know? Because there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. Like, there's a lot of red tape, a lot of hoops I had to jump over. I had to figure out where to source my bottles from, where to source the different natural oils from. And so I'm like, I'm an open book. Like, here, because it's like I'm not losing anything, right? And so there's still an industry that says you should cut your beard off. There's an industry that says you should, be clean shaven, use straight razors on. There's an industry for that. But I'm like, there's not enough of us like talking about and standing up for the beards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So explain to me, because I'm a noob when it comes to beards. I mean, maybe you have a product that can help me get a beard, man. But right now I ain't got no beard.
Yeah.
It's not even physically possible.
I'm seeing
it grows into pork chop sideburns, man.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm like, back when I started to grow my facial hair out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try the pork chops. I want to bring it back to the 1970s. So I had the little pork chop sideburns. I'm like, this is cool. And then I had the little goatee, and I was like, this is great.
See, mine just naturally grows into the pork chop, man. I just look like Joe Dirt instantly, man. Grow mine out directly into Joe Dirt.
Yeah, grow that afro out. Yeah, absolutely.
So for somebody like me, man, explain to me what your product does.
Yeah, my product is really designed around for the beards, right, for the hair, but it's really about the skin underneath the beard, right? It's really designed to moisturize the skin, keeping it the natural, and also our skin produces natural oils, and so our oils inside the beard care, it highlights the oils that's already in there. So there's and it's all natural, so you don't have to worry about chemicals. It's not burning your face off or anything like that. It's help for the healthy growth. I don't ever tell people it's going to make your beard grow. Everybody's said differently. So with these oils and product, and it also smells good too. I got some on right now, and doesn't compete with your with your cologne that you wear. And
I thought that was just your natural musk.
You know what? It's that mixed in with the beard oils, with the oils, and and I love even when you lay down, you cut it up, you probably at the movies, so you smell good. Oh, your beard is so soft. It creates it to make it soft as well.
See, I've never had that experience, man.
He's missing out.
You're missing out. You've definitely
I never just put my arm around her at the movies. She's like, oh, nice beard.
Yeah.
It's stubble.
It's the stubble.
Scratch me, Corey. You scratch me.
You poked me. And another good thing about the oils is that even after a fresh shave, it's also good for aftershave, right? It's good for that after balm, right? Because when I used to have just a beard and my cheeks were very soft, what happened was I put some oil on my cheeks, and I'm like, okay, it highlights and hydrates your skin too. So when you do have the stubbles that come in, it won't be as sharp, that it be coming in, right? You won't be cutting nobody. At least it'll be softer.
So like with anything, once you start, you don't know where it's going to go, but the more you do, the more you find out and the more doors open for you. So when you started your beard oil, you had hair care professions in mind probably, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, going back to the kitchen, outsourcing it, and they go hand in hand, the beard oil in the barbershop, with the barbers or the cosmetologists who do beards for their customers, as I do.
Yes. So
when you realize that I can outsource these to professionals, how did that even make you feel? Like, it's endless possibilities right here. Like, I have so many people that I could actually put on the corner.
That's real. You know what? To that point, so when I was in school and I had to figure out how would I get this product in people's hands, I was only thinking one side of direct to consumer, right? And you have a website, but I never thought about wholesaling. I never thought about how to put it in the barbershops and for the masses. I think that came about matter of fact, I was about to quit. I was it was a year in. I was I don't know. The product is moving kind of slow. I don't know. I don't know if this is the industry I want to be in. And so I met this gentleman who happens to know Rob. And the gentleman was like, hey, have you, or was it you, Rob? You told me about William Harvey. Somebody told me about William.
Did.
You told me about William Harvey. And when I got my product in William Harvey, that was the first place that I've ever had my stuff for the masses. And I only put 24 bottles in there. And I remember the owner of William Harvey, he was like, well, I have these other beard oils over here, but what makes yours different from everybody else's? So I'm like, well, I see your beard oils over here, they're collecting dust right now. I'm like, what do you have to lose? And so we created a deal, and I put some in his shop. And next thing I know, a week later, he calls me. He's like, I don't know what happened, but he's like, all these barbers start coming in, And I don't even think I even put the word out there like that. He's like, it sold out. I said, it what? It sold. He's like, we want to get some more. And so we developed that relationship. So that was like the onslaught of like the doors opening because of the connection that Rob said, like, you should hit up William Marvey, right? And so that's when I was decided, like, how do I make sure that, other barbers can also feel this as well? If they can't get out to St. Paul, like, how can I, help them out? And then I thought about another realm, because I always loved the hair care industry. I love the barber industry. And it's like, if you don't have, like, so most barbers, like, if you create an appointment and you don't show up, that's money right there. But what about, like, if you had a product that would sell, that would take place of that one person in your chair? Like, if that person don't show up, you still making money, right? You still got money coming in. And so it's like a win-win situation on all ends, right? And so it's like, now that I'm providing the product, it's getting out there, but it's also, and then a lot of us, like in the black hair care industry, we don't push products. So you go to salons, they push products, right? They're like, oh, use this, that.
You must not have met Rob.
Rob, he's on a whole nother level, right?
I'm like, you want me to buy this comb? What is this? This don't even look like a comb.
He's in a whole nother spirit right now. Like, Rob's in a whole nother spirit. So I'm loving everything that Rob is doing right now, even when it comes to, like, supporting other black entrepreneurs.
Everything says Neighbor's Cut on it.
Everything. That's branding.
I'm like, this is toothpaste. You're a barber. Why does it say Neighbor's Cut on it?
That's branding, and I love it. You know what I mean? I love it.
No fluoride in there.
Right. I love it, right? And so, but I'm like, I wish more barbers would, like, look at what Rob is doing and, like, take notes, right? I know they are. Like, take notes of what he's doing. Like, what he's doing right now is, like, it's, and everywhere else, it seems like, maybe in down the land, they'd be like, oh, okay, you riff it right there. But what Rob is doing right now in the Twin Cities it's on a whole nother level. But when it comes to, like, products, it comes to, like, Merch King. You have your own merchandise, create your own books. Like, you're creating multiple streams of income, right?
Yeah, every time I blink, he's got another piece of Rob merch that's, like, posted up in the shop. Right.
You got to get on board.
I'm like, man, I turned around for 1 second, I came back, you got a book and a cup sitting right there.
Rob put me on the cups. I'm like, I'm taking a page. I'm like, Rob, I need some cups for the Bowtie Billionaire.
You got a box of sweatshirts right there.
Right there. Like, it's enterprising, right? And so when I even thought about my products, like, I only had one beard oil, right? So I'm like, well, what's next? Like, I'm at this point, like, what's next? You only got one beard oil. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to do combs. And I'm like, brushes. And I'm like, I'm going to have to come up with a box. And then now it's like, now I coin it as Billy, right? Billy is short for billionaire. So I'm like, Billy box.
I like it.
Billy
That's
comb,
That's
right?
Awesome, man.
Billy sweater.
I like what you said to the guy about how his beard oil is collecting dust.
It was collecting dust.
Your beard oil needs beard oil. It's dusty. It's crusty right now.
Exactly.
It needs a facelift.
That's what it is. So explain. Okay, so now you're talking about you do the business to business, right?
Yeah.
And so are you still selling direct to consumer?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
On both fronts.
Start to finish, your whole supply chain to the consumer, what does it look like for a Billy box right there?
For the Billy box right here. So start to finish. So I pretty much do everything in the house. Like, it's just mostly me. It's me. No, he helps out a little bit, a little bit like that. But I'm like, son, move out of the way. You in the way. So
you should have a whole assembly line of people with gloves on.
I should. You know what? And at first I didn't know what it looked like. Right?
He's talking about the kitchen again.
Yeah. No one could wear a shirt.
Half-dressed people.
It's a sweatshop.
You said he helps me. The viewers don't know you're pointing at a 5-year-old. You're about to get arrested.
Oh no. But it's an equal benefit because I feed him. I make sure he's fed. You know what I'm saying? He gets a lunch break. You know what I mean?
Sweatshop too.
Right. And then I make sure that I approve his PTO when he wants it. He needs it. You know what I mean? Look, he's asleep right now. That's part of his PTO. He's on break. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, son. We got to make these Billy boxes. You can sleep when we're at the podcast.
There you go. We at the podcast. You good? I'll take care of the rest from here. But when I think about so start to finish, so like I'm a sourcer, so I source all the ingredients and I put all the ingredients together. I put them in these big old tubes. I mix them up. I do quality testing on each one of the products. I bottle them. I put the labels on them. I put the the security screening on them. I bag them. I put them in the box. I put it online. And then we have a website as well. And then let's say you want to order a Billy box. Most likely we already have Billy boxes already made, right? And so my biggest thing was when I first started out with shipping, right? Like, what does shipping look like? I'm like, this is a new nuance of business. Okay, what did the shipping cost is like? And so I make sure that we take care of all of the shipping and package it up. And then We ship it out like literally if that day or the next day. You know, one of the biggest things for me is on making sure that we hug our customers. We make sure that if people needs it right on whenever they need it, we want to make sure that we get it within like 2 or 3 business days. Whatever Amazon said they was going to do, you know what I mean? If we have to deliver, hand in hand, we do deliver hand in hand. But I want to take that concept and blow it up right out the gate. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that, because there's a lot of times when you see like with business, you order something and then you don't hear nothing from the company and you don't even see your product for like 2 weeks, a month. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's that.
So you don't have to rely on, you have those boxes created by who?
Actually, I got these boxes created by an online company, Packola. Okay. And so I actually did the top of the box with Canva. So I created the box and all that.
All on Canva.
I did it all on Canva and I put it together. And then so the boxes come in like a huge box and you have to put the boxes together and then create like this.
You know what you should do? You should do the evolution of the box, because remember the boxes how they used to come.
The little white boxes. Yep.
And then you had the white. Then you had the logo on the white boxes. First they were cardboard. Plain cardboard. Then you went white. Then you put the logo on the white. Then you went to the Billy.
He's always thinking of new content ideas, man.
I love it. I need this content ideas.
And now you got the skyline on the box. So you do the evolution of the box. That's a whole nother.
I love it.
So have you ever thought of a subscription model?
You know what? That has been coming up more often than not.
A lot of different people are going to that subscription model, man. I think you should look into Manscaped, man, see what they're doing and copy their model, because I tell you what, man, they be getting a lot of. They got me, man. I tell you what,
straight up.
I'm like, I care about my balls.
Yeah,
I'm about to buy this. You know how their marketing is like? Their marketing is like comes with a piece of newspaper you put on the ground and stand on so you can shave your balls. Man.
That's so
like
funny.
Literally, they got all this funny stuff that goes along with it. It comes in the like when you order initial one, it comes with a newspaper and and it literally tells you to put the newspaper on the ground for the first time to shave your balls, man.
How you reading the newspaper?
Well, there's fake articles on the newspaper that are funny, dude.
That's funny.
Funny, comical. Because the whole thing is like it's all tongue in cheek, like jokes about making sure that you keep your stuff like Manscaped. You know what I mean?
Instead of just do it like Nike, they say just shave it.
Pretty much, yeah. So the whole everything is designer on that, and then their products are the lawnmower 2.0, the lawnmower 3.0, right? They got like the ball deodorant, the crop preserver,
funny.
Yeah, so everything has this funny name. I don't know it all, but yeah, it's the same type of concept. I mean, you don't obviously you're gonna have a whole different spiel, but
we could come with some of those skills. I definitely, correct. Yeah, I definitely got some.
Because it's all marketing, really.
It is.
Because you look at like dietary supplements. Lately, I've gotten into nootropics, which is like like brain supplements and stuff like that. And you'll find one that has, when you look at the ingredients, is way better than like a popular one like Alpha Brain or one of these ones that Joe Rogan are promoting. It's like, why do they have such less? Why is this one so popular and it has such less ingredients, less potent ingredients, like you said, watered down? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just all marketing, dude.
It's all marketing. Because to that point, I'm like, oh yeah, because at one point in time we created T-shirts. So I was like, when I first started, I was like, okay, if it's getting wintertime, I'm not going to be outside at these pop-up shops like that. How do I keep the business going, right? So I created these hoodies, right? And the hoodies was like cloudy with a chance of billions. Like that was like one of our sayings. And then I said, I was creating this other hoodie. I think I ran it past Rob. I was like, she loves the beard stroke, and like let people's minds go wherever it goes with that, right? The beard stroke is this the beard stroke. Yeah, I can't see it on the podcast, but
they can.
And I remember I wore the shirt to the gym, and I was like, it's not a sexual harassment or nothing. Somebody's like, I like your shirt. I was like, thank you. You like the beard stroke, don't you?
I just looked at that T-shirt the other day.
Straight up.
Yep.
That's what's up. Yeah. Yep.
Black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cloudy with a chance of billions.
Yeah, and we still here. And even that concept with the cloudy with a chance of billions is really seeing that there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? And so you see right now we got an overcast. It's still 40 degrees outside for January, like shout out to that. But like if you reach a little bit past the clouds, guess what? It's gonna be nothing but blue skies and sunshine up there. So when I think about business and I think about our own origin story, we always have to go through the clouds. But on the other side of the clouds, it is that chance. Whatever that billions mean for you, whether it's about education, it might be business, it might be going back to school or getting that degree, all that. So
You should do a whole marketing campaign about your beard cream and put a beard on your son, man.
You
He's
know what?
5 years old with a beard on, putting the cream on.
Yep, there you go. Like, oh man,
He's like, you're right, Dad. They do love the beard stroke.
The beard stroke. You see that? Because he got a little peach for a little mustache. I'm like, yeah, son, it's that genetics is coming out. It's coming out. It's coming soon.
So right now, what all do you have as far as merchandise and products?
Merchandise. So we haven't ran back the hoodies in like some years. So we think about running that back for 2024. Also the T-shirts, like She Loves the Beard Stroke, produce notes to the masses. Of course, we have the Billy box, and so that's like it's like a premium level of all of the products that we currently offer right now. So we have 3 different beard oils right now, different flavors, for different, weeds.
Different flavors.
Different flavors,
Man.
So the one I got in right now is called Southern Boulevard. So it's an ode to Bronx, New York. So my grandma lived on Southern Boulevard. She still lives on Southern Boulevard to this day. And it reminds me of home. So I got Southern Boulevard scent. I got AD7. So I was born in 1987. So AD and then the 7. So I got that product right there. And then one of our most popular one, Rob just hit me up the other day like, yo, I'm in trouble. I need bail money. So I got this other product. It's called MCM XX1. So it stands for 1921. It's paying homage to the 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street. And so we have those. And then we also have some shampoo. So we have a spray shampoo. You just spray it in. You don't have to put it in your hand and rub it in. You just spray it right into your beard. And then we also have the beard cream / conditioner. So it doubles as both. And then I put all those into different packages, and then people buy it either a la carte or they buy it all together. But you know what? I think I'm going to definitely, look more into the subscription model, because I do know I have people that say, yo, I want to get some more oil. I want to get some more oil. So I'm like, what if I do create that subscription model? So then when y'all have me on here, I don't know, maybe the end of this year, I'm like, because of this show right here, we talked about the subscription model, and here we are right now.
I'm telling you right now, man, that's the route that most of these types of companies are going.
That's real.
Yeah.
So
that's real. I'm here for it.
Well, that's good. That's good information. That's going to give somebody that's out there struggling with starting, whatever they're trying to start,
That's facts.
You said you almost quit.
I almost quit.
Almost quit.
It's that,
and that's how it usually goes.
Yeah, most people that start any business, man, usually hear that breaking moment, man. You either get over the hump or you don't.
That's real. And it was, for me, it was like being introduced to Rob, and then like hearing Rob's story, and then like Rob's persevering, and then I'm like, oh snap, okay, it was like a new breath of fresh air into the business. And then just keep it rocking and rolling. No one could predict how the pandemic was going to go. And even in the pandemic, like we as men, like we started to figure out like we need to take care of ourselves more. A lot more men start growing their beard outs because they're not in the office like that. So we found more opportunities to directly talk to our consumers as well,
So Rob kept you going.
He kept me going.
Which is weird, man. I almost quit this podcast because of Rob. So no, I'm just playing.
I got the opposite effect on Cory.
He makes me want to quit. He makes me want to keep going.
So what does No Shave November actually do for your business?
It brings it creates that conversation, continue to create. It's almost like it's the beginning of the season, right? That's when people be like, I want to grow my beard, and then it goes into the holiday season. Right. And then from the holiday season, then it's like this period of January. People's like, new me. I want to reinvent myself, and then it comes February. And women are my number one customers, believe it or not. Women are the number one. Either they buy it for their significant others, their boyfriends, or whoever. And then
as long as they ain't buying it for themselves, man.
Some of them have been buying it for themselves. They've been using it as cuticle cream or cuticle oil. They've been using it on their edges. I'm like, okay. I have one person, she's been hitting me up. She's like, I've been using your oil to sprinkle on the other side of the bed because sometimes I just wanted to be held at night. And I just need the smell of a man.
So you can just, you can market to the lonely women.
The lonely women. Hey there, lonely girl.
You just sell little blow up dolls, man, that smell like your beard oil.
Right, blow up dolls.
Blow up dolls that smell like beard. Man, we need to sit down and go over some marketing campaigns.
Yeah, we got it right here.
What about beard color?
Beard color? I have not gotten into beard color yet. Yeah, I have not gotten to beard color. Okay.
Well, here's the thing I was thinking of, man, because like a black person's beard it's so easy to use color because it just looks natural. Whereas like you see like the white guy, he tries to put color in and it's like dark brown, and then he takes a shower once and then it's like lighter and then pretty soon it's gray again. You know what I mean? It changes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know something about that. So I remember my cousin was a barber back in the day, and so I had a short hairstyle, and I had like my beard wasn't as long. It was just like kind of tight to my face, and so I'm like, yo, why don't you put some of that Beijing in my hair? I'm going to this event. This man put Beijing in my hair, and my lining was crisp, great. It looked like somebody painted it on. Then I said, put some in my beard. He put some in my beard. My beard was like, I walked outside, and someone's like, man, you look like you were just created.
Like Max Headroom. he looked like Max Headroom, probably.
And then the next day.
Right, and then, and then once I shaved the beard off, like, yeah, shave it off, right, after a while. You know, that line for the Beijing was stuck on my face. I don't use Beijing no more. Like, oh my goodness. And to this day, my friends, we still would joke around about that. Like, man, why'd you look like you were just created? And I still see pictures back in the day. I'm like, remember that? I'm like,
I feel like I get the opposite experience when I mess around with that stuff, because it just, you put it on the hairline and then it just washes off.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's good. You're good on Friday and the Saturday, and that's about it.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to all the ladies that wear wigs, but you know what? It's okay for us to, draw on our hairline, and then it might come out, but we could draw it back in. What's wrong with that?
Some people don't wash out the Beijing. That's why it's so dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you walk around, and the more the air hits it, the darker it gets, and then it sits, and you just leave it.
Yeah.
It looks like shoe wax or shoe polish.
It definitely does.
But when you shampoo it out, that's when it looks more natural. But, you might want to put it right on the hair instead of on the skin.
Yeah, it was on my skin.
So that's what you do, man. For guys like me, you come out with a Billy box that comes with a cardboard cutout of a beard where I can just spray the beard on. Dude.
There you go. You know what? They have lace front beards. I don't know if we talked about it, but
you want me to put one on you?
Rob can do a lace front beard. I promise you. Like, wouldn't that be dope? You should do it. Like,
just put a whole nother.
There's a unit. There's man units for beards.
This next podcast, man. I'm gonna have a beard, man. I was just playing last podcast.
Right. Sponsored by the Bowtie Billionaire.
Exactly.
You have a beard.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by the Billy Box. You gotta keep on code below.
Anybody can have a beard. If you can grow one, anybody. You can have a beard. Everybody gets a beard in here. Yeah.
Corey,
Rob, have you seen man? Have you
I've seen.
You've seen it. Would you ever, if someone came in and it's like, hey, I got this, this Indian eco styling beard. Can you install this for me?
The thing about that, why I've never done any man units or beard units, because there's glue that you have to apply, and I don't know what kind of glue it is. I don't know what's going in your pores. I don't want to be 5 years down the line, you like, Rob, I got a beard on my neck from the glue. I don't know. I had to do a little bit more research. That's why I've never done a man unit or a beard unit. So.
Wow. Has people requested, like, hey?
Somebody did request one before.
Really?
Yep. And like I said, I was just skeptical, because when I watch the videos, I just see them just paste the glue on there, and then they put the, I've never tried it. I never got certified to do it, but it was a thought. But it's like, let me just stay in my lane for right now.
Well, I'm going to have to get some beard extensions, like at the bottom, just let it extend down,
Just do it like tracks and separate the beard and line.
There you go.
Put it in there.
Matter of fact, you're going to have to cornrow my beard and then put the tracks in. Tell the ladies we on it, and we know what they be doing under them wigs.
Now the beards are going to be like that?
Right, the beard's going to be like that, all cornrowed up. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Good time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, do you have any future plans with Bowtie Billionaire?
Absolutely. Like, when I first came into business, it was always about a lifestyle brand. So what other industries, what other things that I could put around beards? And so I like cigars. And so I'm like, maybe, when I want to jump into real estate, I might want to have my own little cigar lounge that's also complements the beard. But then one business I'm really excited about that really complements, the beard care industry is the getting into electric motorcycles, electric scooters. And so I actually have an electric scooter I just purchased from a manufacturer, and I'm looking at bringing that to the market. And so,
did you say that complements the beard industry?
It definitely complements the beard industry.
How's that, man?
I don't even know, but we're gonna make it work.
He's like,
thing, boy.
He's
The
like,
podcast.
we got the Hells Angels, right? They all got beards. They got motorcycles.
Exactly.
You just gave her out.
Exactly. Because these motorcycles, they're all electric, and they actually look like Harley Davidsons, right? But it's all electric, right? And then you don't have to have a license to drive because it's a moped. It's like a 49cc moped in electric form. And so being like the person I am and with the products and bringing it first to market, and I know how popular these bikes are.
Billy bike, man. The Billy bike.
Come on now.
And see, hey,
look. The Billy bike, and that's how and just imagine like you wearing like maybe a leather jacket in the middle of the summertime, you know what I mean? You sweating, your beard's sweating, your man unit beard is sweating, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want that. It
right.
might peel off.
But make sure you do that manscaping so you
I'll be on the bike, my beard will be flopping around.
Right, there you go. And then it's all, and I'm visualizing like what that would look like on like a photo shoot or a video shoot, and then the person, it's like when you wake up in the morning, you put your beard, you're doing the whole thing, like you putting your beard oil in and stuff, you're doing your routine, and then you're jumping on your Harley. It's a Harley Davidson, you're first jumping on your Harley Davidson bike, and then you just rolling through.
You got to put on your black Billy vest first, though, man.
Yep, it's all Billy.
You got to have the logo on it. Yeah.
Billy up and Billy down, you know what I mean? Yeah. Billy all around, And then we're going to
throw on your assless chaps.
There you go.
I mean.
Yep. Calling all cat daddies to the room.
He said, there you go.
Yep, there you go. Boom. But yeah, just really thinking about like more industries that I could introduce that complements the beards and complements the style. So it's all part of the lifestyle.
I'm starting to think anything can complement a beard now, man.
Anything. You name it. We're going to figure out how we're going to put it together,
You still trying to get in Target? Or are you in Target?
I'm not in Target yet. So, I got to a point, especially after the pandemic, like, talks were just like, seas and things like that. And because all of their workers are now like just, working from home, they're not really bringing people back into the office. And so if they ever decided to bring us back for a pop-up shop, we probably will introduce that conversation again. But I've been doing a lot of research about other companies, and like I have good relationships across the country of people that actually was going to get into Target or people that are actually into Target. And, and it all depends. So for me, it's like, I like that opportunity where I'm able to connect with barbershops and beauty salons. And I'm like, this is like my target, right? How do I grow that market out right then and there instead of like just really focus on just getting into this one business industry? So I feel like once I get to the point where I'm able to like manufacture for the masses, then I probably will be ready for a Target. And good thing that Target, they have like a lot of supporting opportunities where if you're able to like, they have like this, an opportunity where it's like a fast track program where they help you with like different aspects of your business. And then once you get to the point when you're ready, they'll probably introduce you to another partner of theirs to get you into Target. So we'll see. Right now, I'm like, okay, what's Amazon looking like? So what's all these other?
So you're on Amazon. You're on your own website, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then you got. Are you still in some stores?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's always going to be my. That's always going to be like a baby of ours. Being able to provide products because I'm only one person, right? And so like.
Yeah, you got to scale this, man. You got to figure out how to scale this.
I can't be meeting nobody in the middle alleyway, and slanging beard oil. Hey, what y'all doing? It's just beard oil. I can't be doing.
You come with the Billy shank, man, just to protect yourself.
Man. And then we're gonna sell it to every last, place. If you're locked up and locked down, Billy shank. Get that off a commissary.
Don't look at me and think I'm trying to bring none in.
Oh no.
I'm not the connect. Still.
Well, we're gonna have some Billy shoes. So
how about like a bow stick, a Billy bow stick, man?
There you go.
Bow stick.
Bow stick. Yeah.
There you
go.
Like a Ninja Turtle, man.
There you go. We're gonna have our own theme song and everything.
Y'all just took Billy to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and then you think about a Billy Goat. Billy Goat's got beards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just thought about this
I thought of that earlier, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to throw up.
I just thought about it just now.
Yeah.
Boom. Billy
so
Goat.
now you know who your mascot is, bro.
Oh, because
now you know who your mascot is.
Ooh,
See, you just come on and you start getting around people and you start brainstorming, throwing stuff.
No, write that down. Write that down.
He's been asleep. He's been asleep for about an hour.
He's dreaming about it. How's it all gonna come together?
It's recorded. You won't forget it.
You gonna play it back?
The Billy Goat. That's
the Billy Goat, man. That's the mascot right there.
There you go.
That's hard. That's on your next box,
dude. So the goat has the same iconic glasses that you got on, bro.
Got to
on the goat, man.
Got to see.
So your face on the GOAT.
You about to be on Fiverr tonight, man.
For real, like.
Or we could go on AI, man. Let's go on Midjourney after this, man. Let's see what we come up with.
Let me know whatever the AI things is. I'm like, okay, Midjourney, okay, boom, let's go on there. Like, create me a goat that looks like me.
The Billy Goat. That's fire.
Goat.
That's fire.
I love it. Coming soon, to the Billy Box near you. And then we're going to actually sell goats.
And then we'll do it, like, we can just do a whole ad campaign where the Manscaped box shows up and the goat runs up. Choose it up, man. Choose it up, drops off the Billy Box.
Right, there you go. Boom. Take this instead. Take that.
Hey, this is all recorded, so we could actually run this script. We could run this script. We got the cameras.
Yeah, we do.
Look at
I like pointing at the camera.
We got the cameras. Hey, that's the Billy Goat. That's
Billy Goat.
That's your next level right there. Huh?
There it is, on a whole nother level.
Yep, the Billy Goat.
Billy Goat.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Ken.
Man, I appreciate
congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You still you had a beard comb at one point, didn't you?
Oh yeah. 1.2.3 points. We here. We still got it.
Oh, you still have a beard comb. Okay.
And then we also have a beard pick as well. So like my beard is a little bit longer. So like sometimes the comb with the smaller teeth in it, it's really good. Comes through. Picks out all the curls, the extra curls on the rear, especially under here. But then my pick slides straight through. It just glides. Okay. Clyde to glide. Clyde to glide.
We could go for Clyde Drexler, man. As that, as a spokesperson.
Yep, there you go. Come on, Clyde. Where you at?
Got all the ideas.
Yep.
So 2024, we got the Billy Goat coming out.
Billy Goat.
We got some subscriptions coming out.
Yes, sir.
What else we got coming out for Bowtie?
Well, we're definitely talking everything into existence right now.
Yeah.
So we got the mascot.
Yeah.
We got the subscription service.
Yeah.
We got the Billy bike.
The Billy bike. Yep, we got the Billy bike.
Yep.
Yum.
Yeah. So that's good stuff, Ken.
Man, I appreciate you.
And that's just a good example of never giving up. That's all it is. Yep. Keep going. And then just keep scaling and learning, from your failures and adding on as you go.
That's life. We got to keep going. Yeah. Knowing I never knew how to be a father. I'm like, what? Where's the directions? Where's the directions at?
Yeah.
But got to keep, innovating. Got to keep innovating.
Yeah. You sure do.
They say innovate or become obsolete.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. The story with Toys R Us and Amazon. Amazon went to Toys R Us and was basically like, we'll be your distributor for your toys. And Toys R Us was laughing at them like, we're not going to let this company distribute our toys. We know what we're doing. We got a business model that works. Toys R Us gone. A few years later, Amazon, one of the biggest companies on the planet.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So you got to, same thing with Yahoo and Google, right? Google tried to get in with Yahoo and Yahoo's like, psh. And now look at Google and look at Yahoo.
Day and night.
Day and night, man.
Wow.
Day and night.
Mm-hmm.
Always got to innovate.
That's real.
Yep.
That's real.
Innovator get left behind, basically.
That's fact. That's facts. That's facts.
Well, anything else you want to share with our audience?
Man, y'all better continue to share this podcast. Share it on out, to all your friends, to all your family, for real. Because this right here is real. Like, I love what y'all are doing. Like, I tune into a few of your episodes. I'm like, oh, what's that? And y'all talking to folks. I'm like, I only see you on social media. Y'all got them people right here in this chair. I'm like, this is dope. So I'm loving everything that y'all doing, man. I really appreciate it. All the support, especially being 8 years in the business and then like seeing your glow up and like everything that you have been going through, Rob. And then, Cory, seeing you at the barbershop, because we've always been talking about this. Like every time I go into the barbershop, and you always have somebody dope in your chair. You got Cory in the chair and we just be talking. And then it just naturally, this is how it became in an evolution to where we are now. So I'm looking for more great things with y'all, man.
Still evolving too, man.
Still evolving.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Man, thank y'all.
And surround yourself by the people that, hold you accountable and raise your bar. So that's all we're doing.
That's real.
That's all we're trying to do. And we're trying to have everybody that's here come on here, do the slogan, outwork everyone.
Outwork it.
That's all we can keep doing.
That's real.
Well, thanks for coming on, Ken. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
So I want to buy some beard oil. Where do I go?
You go right here, from this table, just right here. Or okay. Oh yeah.
I mean,
right.
Those people who can produce beards on their own face.
He's selling,
naturally.
He's ready right now. I got a Billy box right here.
Now. So you go to our website, thebowtiebillionaire.com, and you go on Facebook and Instagram. We have at bowtiebillionaire.com. Our website is connected to all of our sites, and then we do 2-3 day shipping, and then it'll be right there at your front door.
You ship out of the country?
We have not, but we open to it.
Right. We can't guarantee that 3 days.
We definitely can't. We can't guarantee that free shipping either. But yeah, we definitely have free shipping too, so get down with it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Until next time, outwork everyone. Thanks for watching. Peace.